Hi, and welcome to another podcast. My name is Brad, and I haven't figured out a name of this podcast yet. So if you want, give me some suggestions, put it in the comments below. That would be awesome. If you watched the last video, I'm doing a series here on why I'm in Tennessee and what God has called me to do. And I mentioned in the last one about my book. I've written several, but I want to talk about my first one. Doop, doop, doop. There. Be a Better Manual 2.0. Practical Christian Guide to Becoming a Better Man, Father, and Husband. And it's written by me. So this is, 237 pages of, I hesitate to use the word wisdom, but it is just a culmination of what I think a man should know as far as being a better man, father, and husband. I cover everything from secular topics of organization and scheduling and how to make more time in your life. I cover just a very brief chapter on finance. I follow Dave Ramsey's plan, and his is the best. I'm not going to rewrite the best. I'm not going to do better than him. Follow Dave Ramsey. Chapter on getting your body fit and physically fit and eating healthy and etc. There is a chapter on, I should probably look at the, what is he doing? I don't even know where he is. I should probably look at the index to get the real chapters, but there's, Carl, what are you up to? I'm trying to do a podcast here, buddy. Do I need a baby gate to keep you out? Or do you want to come up and talk? All right, you got to go. Get out of here. Get out of here. No, he's not. If his huffing and puffing bothers you, I don't know. Go somewhere else. I don't know. There's chapters on your mental health, projecting a positive attitude and why that is key and how to do that. I'm going to look. I don't even know. I tried to do it all off the top of my head, but let's see. Better with time, scheduling, better organized, better body, better looking. Oh, yeah. If you have been in a relationship for any period of time, your body is probably not the same it was when you started. And I don't know if hers is or not. Let me explain this. This is a manual. It is not a womanual. So I tell you guys, I tell men what they should do. Others will follow. Okay? I got a phrase in here that, well, you're probably thinking that your wife's the one that needs to change. Maybe she does. I don't know. But if you don't change, there's not a chance she's going to change. If you don't become better in areas that you feel need to be better, why would she? That's what I cover here. Better food, better exercise, better with money, covered all that stuff already. Better thinker. That's our most powerful tool. That is our most, so I think it's our biggest muscle. I don't know. But your brain consumes like 30% of the energy taken in. You would think just walking around or exercising or whatever would do, your body would do that. But your brain uses 30% of the nutrition that you take in. Make sure it's good stuff. I'll cover it later, but stop eating crap. Eat a little healthier. Stop eating as much. I'll get to that later. Better leader. I cover leadership do's and don'ts, leadership skills, leadership tips for leading your family and leading your at work. You might not be a leader at work, but there is somebody somewhere that looks up to you, that looks to you for guidance and leadership, and I cover that. And then we get into the most important part about being a man, and that's relationships. That's your relationship with God. That's your relationships with your children. That's your relationships with your wife, your friends, your coworkers, people you see on the street. So important. I'll use I instead of we. I could be the best possible man there is. I'm not. I'm pretty good, but I'm not. I could be healthy. I could be uh, great with money. I could be organized. I could schedule everything. I could look good, etc., etc. But what good does that do sitting on this beautiful property alone in Tennessee? That's not what God intended for anybody. I don't mean sitting here and having the stuff I have. I mean, he didn't mean for me just to sit and read his word and talk to him and talk to Carl. I'm supposed to be out there, and this is what this podcast is about. Sharing my book, sharing my thoughts, and hopefully inspiring you guys. It's tough being a man right now. There's, what do they call it, male toxic man. Women are choosing a bear in the woods over a man. Women are, and I'm not blaming women, it's culture, but culture is, we would rather be alone than with somebody because those somebodies are, anyway, I'll get into relationships later. We weren't made to just sit and on our video games or at work or on the golf course or alone on those places, okay? We were made to be better together. One of the best verses from the Bible is iron sharpens iron. Oh, I'm going to screw it up. I know my Bible, but I'm not perfect with it, okay? Iron sharpens iron as a man sharpens a man. We need each other to get better. You can do it on your own. I've tried. I've done that. I went through a phase. I'll cover that later maybe. I went through a phase where I was alone. Everything was falling apart around me. My marriage, my kids was just crashing. And I went out and just punished myself physically. And I tried to learn everything from books, from videos, from everything. And it didn't come together for me. I got better, okay, in a secular kind of way, but it didn't come together for me until Christian men stepped in and helped me and pointed me in the right direction and prayed for me and guided me and gave me suggestions. Whether I followed them or not, that was on me, but I needed other men to make me better, make me a better man. So relationships, God first. If you want to sit in the woods by yourself, you're not by yourself. God is with you. You have to have, and I take it how you want, you have to have a good relationship with God. You have to have to is not the right phrase. You need to choose to have a relationship with Jesus. You need to choose to accept him as your Lord and Savior. You need to choose to have a relationship with him. If you're alone in the woods, God is there. Your kids aren't, your wife's not, your friends aren't, your boss isn't, but God is there with you. So I put that number one. And I'll do podcasts on why. That's, and how. That's to do that. That's what this book, it's a how-to manual. This is going to be touchy for some people. This is going to, oh, you should put your wife first, or this is the order I chose. God is always going to be with you. Have a good relationship. Your children are always going to be your children. So I cover that second. Your wife statistically speaking, may not be your wife in the future. I pray that she is. So the reason I put kids next in the what to work on is because they are always going to be there. They're not going to be there. They're always going to be your children. Can't remove that DNA. So I give you ways to spend time with your daughters and your sons. I have two boys, and I acquired, if you will, a daughter in my last marriage, and it's different. It's not rocket science, but it's different than raising boys. So I cover stuff to do with your daughters, but you also have to teach your daughters, everything you teach your boys. You don't necessarily teach your boys everything you taught your daughters. Does that make sense? Then I go into marriage, relationships. I don't care if you're in a long-term relationship. I don't care if you're in a short-term relationship. I don't care if you're married, but I use the word marriage. God has rules about how you're supposed to behave in a marriage. And they don't necessarily apply to a girlfriend, but you can still use them. So I use marriage. What is love? Love is 1 Corinthians. Let me see what else I got. Love is be a godly husband. Love God first. Love your wife second. Just because I put it in the book that to repair your relationship with your kids is more important than your wife, it is not. I know it's kind of I'm backstepping with what I said earlier, but your wife, not your girlfriend, your wife is the most important relationship that you will have besides your relationship with God. Your kids are going to grow up and they're going to move out and they're going to be on their own, hopefully. And hopefully your wife will be with you after that. So it is, the longest part in this is about what you can do to not only, UPS, how about that? Not only have a good relationship with your wife, but have a great one that reflects the glory of God, that raises her up, that blesses her, that inspires others to do the same. As I look at this, there's a section, the first third of this book is on secular stuff, scheduling, organization, money, fitness, blah, blah, blah. The next shorter portion is on what to do with your kids, and the whole rest of this book is about the relationship you have with your wife. And if you don't have a wife, keep listening, keep following, because that information will help you so much when you do decide to get down on one knee and ask that special person to marry you. So, as I look at my clock, I'm getting to the times limit that I want to do with these podcasts. Covered an introduction to what the book is. Do I want to cover why I wrote it? I'll do that in the next video. Please stick around for the next one. If you found this stuff useful, if you found this stuff inspirational, click the like button, post a comment below, tell me what issues you're having. I will jump to that section in the book, spew my wisdom on you, and hopefully help you. But make a comment, please. But for now, is that it, Carl? I think that's it. We'll see you in the next video. Oh, this one's called Better Man. I want to do something along the lines of being better, being a better man, for the name of the podcast, but put a name of what you think I should name the podcast. We'll see you next time.